Okay, Coach, well, this place can get downright loud when the roof is closed, and that's the situation here today at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
We're going to work.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Watson got his man. It's Eifert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catch. Good.
I'm going to run you over. Check 31.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
31. 58, right? Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get it now. Kill.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Alert 3.
And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Stop your whining. Hey. Motion. Go.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. They had a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ready? 33, check mark 33. Look at me, zipper.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, 58 to Mike. Hey, they're scared.
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Let's get off the field, D. First thing. 58 is a Mike. Push him back. Push him back. 9, I'm going. Shit. 54. 31. Wide. 9, I'm going.
Watson on 3rd down. Going deep here for Stills. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch that.
On 1st and 10, Morgan. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, turn it up. Turn it up. Go. 44-5.
To throw is Morgan. Throwing again. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, Wahoo! Now! Mike, check 33. 33. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 30. Hey, Delta. 33. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike, check 33.
Morgan from the gun, he'll throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Catch number 44 of him on the year. It's a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Greystone, travel. 33. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Go. Hey, turn it.
Here's Morgan on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Smooth. Get it.
Morgan now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Protein spill. Hey, exit. Mike, check 33. 33.
Now Morgan to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man Hilton. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Check. 80 weapons. Mike, check 33. Yo, go. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Hey, me and you all day. Ready?
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
44,
2nd and 2. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
From his end zone, Watson on 3rd and long. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Hey, 24. 58, boys. 58. 58. Gotta do better.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Come to my world.
61, matchbox lights.
Come to my world.
Hey.
I got motion.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. Hey, 31. Did get the ball? Switch. 44.
Throwing again is Watson. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. 21-0 our score after 1.
Texans nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Alert. Watch the screen. 58, boys. 58. 58, 58, it's Mike. Come on. Alert. Kill.
From the gun, here's Watson. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Mike, 54. Watch the pass.
From the 50, it's Watson.
Switch it.
And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
12 more yards.
Let's go, baby.
That's another Texans first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58, it's Mike. Quit talking about it.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Johnson's got it complete.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
58 to Mike.
Now Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Watch the motion. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58.
From the red zone now, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first
down. Colts.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Fofo to Mike. Mike's Fofo.
You draw quarters.
Watch the run.
Yes.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across. It's the 50 to the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Colts first down.
On the ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
58. Right over there. Right over there. Yeah.
Now.
58. Right there.
Looking to throw. Morgan. He's got it to Hilton. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Bravo.
58, Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Go. 5.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Check safety. Check safety. Chef.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That second down play nets a -4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Morgan. Going to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We got this.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
54 is down. He's coming.
58, boys. 56. 58, Mike.
No, you're done.
Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Watson now to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Watch the pass. Slam, slam, slam.
Topper, topper.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike.
Yo, go, go. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Funchess. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Hey, orbit.
Here's a second and 7. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
33, check Mike 33.
Go.
Check pass, check pass.
Ready.
On third down, Dobbins. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. 2 jet bomber, 2 jet bomber.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 50-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Zoo.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Rip right, rip right. Mike check 33. 33. Let's put
Hey. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Funchess has it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Mike check 33. 33.
Strip the ball. Strip that. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Let's go.
Morgan operating from the gun. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Colts.
Down. 18 Gator.
Hey, I'm coming.
Look at me. Zipper.
Here's Morgan throwing on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Watch the screen.
Yeah.
Morgan now, back to the air on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Line 36.
Hey, lock it.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Morgan throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go. Do it.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You're going to see me in your nightmare. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 8. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First down.
That's what I do.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's Watson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Jones. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, boy.
To throw is Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now it's Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Back to throw. Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. If they've stopped them 2 out of 3 times, usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Looking to throw. Morgan. And the catch made by Hilton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to number 13.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
To throw is Morgan. From the gun, he'll throw. Campbell making the catch. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Go, go.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Danny.
Deep rip.
Morgan looking to throw on second down. Catch made here by Campbell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Colts.
Hey!
Mike 36. Mike 36.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The drive starting play, a good one, given 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Steps away to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Go! Recon, 132 fighter!
Mike check 33.
Go!
Here's Morgan on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Morgan now on first and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Indianapolis.
Switch. Greystone travel. Hey, wahoo! Hey.
33. Coming for you.
Fire.
Now Morgan throwing on first down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Oh, this is blocked. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on second down. Watson, he's going to take off with it. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Check. Hey, 31.
Hot. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
Echo.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
58 is the mic. Well, 58's the mic. Kermit. 58, boys, 58. Come on, come on.
On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. Watson, flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58's the mic. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 58, boys.
Looking to throw. Watson. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the side.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danico Autry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Here we go on 4th. Watson. It's complete. Stills. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
At the 10-yard line.
On first down, Watson. Got his man. It's Eifert. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Again, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
58, boys, 58. Here we go, D. Here I come. 58's the moment.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
The loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down at about the 4. He didn't get in, nowhere close. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can pass. It's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.